Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today we're going to be looking at replacing the chain on our 2007 Honda TRX400 EX. Now there are a couple of different types of chains out there, but this one actually uses what they call an O-ring chain. That means on every single link there's an O-ring on either side. So we're going to go back with the factory original one. Now there are other ones that are available, a little bit more high performance. But for this one, we're just going to go back with the factory OEM, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how that's done. So let's get started. All right, guys, before we get started, let's look at a couple of different options that we have for chains. You can just go with a regular non-O-ring chain like this one, and it's a cheap alternative, but I wouldn't recommend it. What you're going to want to go with is an O-ring chain. O-ring has actually O-rings in each one of these pins. And what that does, it keeps all the dirt and mud and everything out of the chain itself, and it lasts a whole lot longer. The only other thing we need to discuss is the type of master link that you want to use. You can either go with the OEM, which is actually staked on the end. You have to have a special tool to do that. And the other type is it actually has this little clip right here. And then there's no real special tools that are required to do that. And as far as tools go, if you're going to put on a staked type master link, you need a tool like this. Now this tool can also be used to actually break the chain. I'm going to show you how to do that, but what I'm also going to show you how to do is just to use a grinder to grind off the rivets, and that way you can pop a chain or get it to break loose. The only other things we're going to need is just a regular flat blade screwdriver, a 6mm Allen so we can loosen up the hub to get the chain adjusted correctly, and other than that, just a regular 3/8" ratchet. So what I'm going to do is I actually have a length of chain down here. We're going to pop it up here in the vise, and I'm going to let you get up close and personal to show you how to use this grinder to get rid of those rivets and get the chain to break apart. So let's get it in there and see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and get this little piece of scrap chain in here. And then I'm going to have them zoom in to the rivets right here and here. So what we want to do is use the cutoff wheel at an angle and just grind these off flush with that plate. And once that plate is flush, then we can just take the screwdriver and a little hammer, tap on it, and then that plate's going to pop right off. And there we go. With that plate out of the way, now you can just remove the link straight off. Just like that. So, pretty easy way to do it. Alright, what I'm going to do is use the tool to actually break the chain, and then we'll use this to actually shorten the chain later, get it cut to length. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, before we get ready to break this with our chain breaker tool, what you're going to need to do is go ahead and adjust the hub back to its most loosened or home position. It's going to be all the way forward. And we actually have a video that shows how to do that, so you may want to go ahead and reference that if you're not familiar with how to set the adjustment on this particular unit. What you want to do is use the cutting die and go straight in there, and then you align it on the link that you want to cut, one pin at a time. Tighten it down until it bottoms out. Release it, move it over on the same link, and just push out that other pin. Next, you're going to want to push the pins all the way through. So to do that, you take out your cutting die. Usually have to knock it out with a little screwdriver. then put in your push pin. Line it back up. Make sure it's seated flat. And push that pin on through. From here, you can go ahead and push the link through and go ahead and remove your chain. And here's our new chain. All we have to do is just lay it out behind the machine and then feed it back through. Maybe a little tricky grabbing it because it's going to try to wrap around on that front sprocket. Once you get it fed through, it'll pull through pretty easy. Just like so. All right. As you can see, we need to remove probably about 20 links on this particular chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out that link right there. So lay it in place, grab your grinding tool, and then take off those rivets. And off she goes. Alright, what's left now is to grab our master link, get it fed through there, and then press the plate back on, and then restake the end of the rivets. So let me go grab our master link, and we'll start getting it put back together. Alright, with your new master, what you're going to have is the back part of the link. And then you've got these two O-rings. Make sure they're in place. Line it up on the back side and just push it through. Next, put on your other two O-rings. You want to look and make sure that the stamp is on the outside. Just lay it up into position. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and put the link plate holder in place. Get your link in there. And when it lines up properly, it'll have a fair amount of tension, but not too much. See, it's starting to push through now. But just to make sure, back off and check it. Alright, see how they're starting to go through now? Now we can go ahead and put some pressure on it. Go ahead and push those all the way through. That should be bottomed out now. And trying to do this without this tool would be really impossible. Alright. What you see there is they're pushed through like they're supposed to be. Now what we need to do next is change out our tool with this flaring die, as well as our backing plate that will hold the back side of the chain right on the rivet. Just flare that thing on out. Then move to the other one. Flare it. So this is what you want it to look like when you're done. Alright, with that finished up, all we need to do now is just adjust the chain. And if you would, reference our chain adjustment video and it'll show you exactly how to do it. Well, listen, I know an O-ring chain is a big pain in the tail to actually install, but it is really worth it when compared to just a regular chain. It's going to way outlast a typical cheap chain or something like that. So it's worth the effort to get it on and get it on there properly. Listen, I appreciate you watching, and if you need any of these parts or products, come see us on Partzilla.com. If you have any questions, just leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Listen, thanks for watching and have a great day.